ahead and start on our prosciutto toss. I keep saying prosciutto, and I didn't bring prosciutto tonight, which is really good. We sell it in the deli, and if you're ever looking for prosciutto, most people come to the meat department. Most stores, it's located close to the front of the bakery deli department in those refrigerated cases. It comes prepackaged. Real interesting way in how they cure prosciutto. That's why sometimes it's a little more expensive for the amount of ounces you get, but when you start cutting it up, you have just as much as you do a pack of ham. But tonight I've used different kinds of ham. You can use Canadian bacon. But today I was looking around and I thought, I work in the meat department, I didn't even think of using this. This is some smoked ham cubes, some Lay's cubes. It's already cubed up for you. Super easy. So you've got your linguine going. We'll get the rest of this going in just a second. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the skillet. Totally up to you how much you want to use. I think I may have to put a little canola by the looks of things. I like to use olive oil, but we're just going to get our skillet just a little hot with the oil. The oil helps kind of bind it around. Now, when I say minced garlic, you can actually use a clove of garlic. You can use this jarred minced garlic or minced garlic. These 2 tablespoons is minced garlic like that would come out of a container like this. Don't use 2 tablespoons of this. I got a little crazy earlier, and I knew not to do that, and I didn't use that much. A half a teaspoon of this minced garlic, it's wonderful. A half a teaspoon equals a clove of garlic in this. So it is mighty powerful. All right. So I'm probably going to use right at a teaspoon of this. And you can probably smell it from here when I open it. Just keep this refrigerated. Now I'm going to use a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, whatever brand you like to use, and a teaspoon of black pepper. I like to use the restaurant grade black pepper, but it's totally up to you. I'm going to get that warm in the skillet just a little bit. Kind of get that going. Here we go. It doesn't take long. All right, now you can smell the garlic, can't you? Good Italian seasonings. All right. Stir my linguine. It's just about done. Woo. Now while that's still cooking, I'm going to put about a half a cup of frozen peas. These are little petite peas. You can use the rest for another night. Doesn't take very much. I'm going to cook those with the peas about 3 minutes. So while that linguine is finishing, we're going to cook the peas too. We're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, so we've got this good little sauce here. This is so simple and easy. I always have Italian seasoning. You can even fresh herbs that you've got in your garden, you can use that too. Just have to add a little bit more if they've not been dried. All right, I'm going to pour this chopped ham down in here. Relatively inexpensive. So I cut mine up earlier and I thought, well, why didn't I do this to begin with? This would be so much easier in the long run. There we go. And of course, these pieces are a little bit bigger than what I cut up earlier, but it doesn't really matter. It's all going in the pasta. Kind of coat that ham just a little. I like to get the ham good and warm. Coats it very fast. All right, we're going to let that sit just a minute with my little scoop. All right. We're just about there. Anybody have any questions? Yes, ma'am. Yes. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I've done both. It's a little bit, a little bit lighter, a little bit fluffier, but it doesn't matter. And nobody's going to know really whether you're using egg white or a whole egg when you mix all that together and bake it. But some people like just using an egg white. But depending on what kind of mood I'm in or if I need that egg yolk for something else. All right, we've just about got our linguine done. Give it about another minute. I think y'all will be pleased with those fries. There's something a little bit different. All right, just about got this. If you can see this, it's really spicing up this ham. It's not a real heavy pasta sauce. My husband said one night, he was like, where's the sauce? And I'm like, it's just mixed in. It's just a toss. It's not a sauce. And he was like, I don't know about this. But then he liked it. Sometimes you just got to try things that seem a little different. Over here in this other skillet for our next recipe, I've toasted some pecans earlier. I've got those sitting over here cooling. All right, I think my little peas are just about done there. That takes no time at all. Now, what I like to do is just dump it all back in there just a minute. Kind of toss that around. That won't come to the top tonight. And it says to add 1/4 cup of Parmesan. Y'all know me. My other one I had a lot more. Ham wants to stay in the bottom sometimes. Now, I like to add a little more than 1/4 cup or whatever it says. I like to just kind of coat it on there and it kind of gets a little soft. We'll just add the rest of that. That was part of a container. I don't know why I was just stirring it around. All right, we'll just go ahead and turn that off. I made a mess on my stove tonight, haven't I? We're going to serve this on a real pretty platter. This be pretty just put in the center of the table. It's kind of a really nice one-dish meal. And it doesn't cost a lot of money. You know, sometimes when you start making spaghetti sauces and whatnot, you can run into quite a bit of money. Even though you might have a lot to serve, you can really rack up the money there. But this is our pasta toss. Very, very pretty, like I said. We can even take this kind of Parmesan cheese and pour a little on top.